Congratulations, Steelers. You've done it again with another great victory. And Giant Eagle has done it again with a great price on ground beef, just $1.28 a pound. It's lean, delicious, and ground fresh several times a day. And just $1.28 a pound in packages of 5 pounds or more. Stock up on Food Club Grade A large eggs, too. They're just 68 cents a dozen this week. And for your convenience, Giant Eagle stores are open 24 hours a day from 8 a.m. Monday through 10 p.m. Saturday.
Giant Eagle, bringing all the best to you. There's no doubt about it, Pittsburgh is a winner, second to none. Feel the spirit growing like 3 rivers flowing, coming together as one. Catch the new spirit of Pittsburgh with Channel 11. New spirit of Pittsburgh on Channel 11. New spirit of Pittsburgh, Channel 11.
Sam Nover back in the Steeler locker room with Ted Peterson and John Stallworth. Elvin Bethea said some people who know this game better than I did a job on you Monday night in Houston. Did you do a job on him today?
I think, Sam, that I played a much better game than I did on Monday, and I had practiced accordingly this week in preparation for him. I tried to set much lower because he is so strong and he's a little shorter than I am, and I only get in trouble when I play too high. So I tried to practice and keep a lower tone of play this week.
Teddy, I told our viewers just a few moments ago in talking to Mike Webster that Bethea was crying in the locker room. I guess the kind of emotion that the normal person is expected to react to, but I guess football players aren't supposed to cry for some reason. He really wanted the game. It was obvious by his post-game reaction emotionally.
I think everyone on that field at every time of the game really wanted it very badly. It was a very hard-fought football game, and I respect the Oilers a lot for that.
You got a right to be proud. You did a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. John, step in, if you will. Thanks, Ted, very much. The Houston Oilers have traditionally played the Steelers very tough. That's obvious. Did you go about doing anything differently or still try to do what the Steelers always do well, just stuff it down their throats?
Defensively, we did that. I think during the course of the week, Lynn wasn't practicing, I wasn't practicing, so we weren't really able to prepare ourselves well physically for these people. We tried to get them down mentally. I think we did that, and that was one of the keys in the ball game. Terry down there, and when we played them in Houston, didn't read his keys very well, and we made some mistakes with our receivers and running the pass routes. So we were better to play it mentally. I think that was one of the keys offensively.
John, did you get doubled all day, you and Lynn both?
The type of double coverage they had was rotating their corners up and trying to jam us coming off the ball. So we got that all day. They tried to delay us, maybe make a little bit more time for their pass rush and to delay us in our routes.
While Bradshaw may have not been as flamboyant as one would expect from the premier quarterback of the National Football League, I guess it's a subtle football game like this where you can really appreciate his play calling and his talent, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. He played a superb game today. There was some instances where he stayed with one receiver when it needed to be, and there were instances when he went from the first to the second to the third receiver and completed that. He played a superb game.
Can you as a receiver appreciate the work of the offensive line when Corson has to play and Peterson has to play and you don't have the regulars that you're usually accustomed to having in front?
Oh, for sure, because if they don't do their job up there, I can't do mine. Bradshaw can't do his. Franco can't do his. It all starts with them, and we won the game today because of them.
The Super Bowl won't be anticlimactic to you, I guess?
No, no way at all.
I suggested that earlier, and Webster wanted to throw me off the stand here.
He had right to.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice victory, very nice.
Very
John Stallworth in the Steeler dressing room. We'll be back with more of our post-game show right after this.
Congratulations, Steelers. You've done it again with another great victory. And Giant Eagle has done it again with a great price on ground beef, just $1.28 a pound. It's lean, delicious, and ground fresh several times a day. And just $1.28 a pound in packages of 5 pounds or more. Stock up on Food Club Grade A large eggs, too. They're just 68 cents a dozen this week. And for your convenience, Giant Eagle stores are open 24 hours a day from 8 a.m. Monday through 10 p.m. Saturday.
Giant Eagle, bringing all the best to you.
Dave Kelly, Steel City News.
Whenever one of us gets ripped off, we all get ripped off.
My job is to call attention to the crooks and the liars that are doing it to us.
Mary Rob Jackson.
I love the people stories. I get to go out and be part of people's lives in a very special way.
Jack Edson.
First of all, I'm a journalist, I'm a reporter, but I'm glad there's no law that says I can't have a good time with it.
The people of Steel City News. Your kind of people. Your kind of news.
Sam Nover back in the Steeler locker room with J.T. Thomas and Franco Harris. And I guess as a Steeler fan, we would all feel good for every one of the Steelers, but you have to feel particularly good about going to Super Bowl 14 for this gentleman, J.T. Thomas, who a year ago didn't know if he'd ever come back to play in a football game, let alone a Super Bowl.
Yes, you're right, Sam. It has been, I think, a big blessing in my life, and basically, you know, I'm happy to be here. Last year, I was in the stands watching this game and walking around congratulating the players, and like I say, it's something I worked for I guess ever since last November, try to come back and play, and I say I'm very thankful.
Jimmy, the fact that you came back as a cornerback and had to play safety when Wagner went down, I think that's just an inspiration to everybody in the defensive unit, the fact that you did it.
Well, I had a lot of input from everybody. My teammates, you know, they got behind me, encouraging me, the coaching, and it took a lot of time working with me, and, you know, we just kind of put it all together at the right time, and here we go to California.
Would you say...
We're glad JT's back, too.
You bet you are. Franco, would you say that this was as difficult a tough-hitting football game as a typical Pittsburgh-Houston game, or did this seem to lack something?
I tell you, Sam, it was tough hitting as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I don't know
you earned your 85 yards.
I don't know what you saw, but I know what I felt. And I thought it was a really good game, and it just went down to the last minute. And even with a minute to go, we were only up by 7 and going on 3rd down. And you still feel a little scared, okay, that something might happen. And then when Rocky crossed that goal line, then there it was. You know, we had that feeling that, hey, Pasadena, here we come.
Franco, there's got to be some poetic justice in the fact that Blyer makes a big pass reception on the final drive and gets the touchdown that clinches it. Inasmuch as if Sidney is healthy, you got to think he's going to play most of the day.
Well, you know, Sidney wasn't healthy today, and Rocky came in, and most of the year Rocky wasn't healthy, but Rocky came in today and just had a fantastic game. And you know, like a real great thing about a person is when he can make a big play. Right. And those 2 plays you said right there were big plays, and Rocky made them both. And I mean, I just feel very excited about it.
I don't know if you stop and try to psychoanalyze it, but you talk about big plays. You have been the biggest football player in the history of this franchise, and you hold a lot of records now as regards touchdowns and rushing yardage and all of that. What is it about big football games and important games that you get yourself geared?
Well, let's enjoy it. I mean, this game today, even though you get nervous and like you're scared, really can't wait until it's here and until you can play. And I'm just very excited about it. And first of all, happy that we're in a position that where we can play. And since we are, I just want to go ahead and go all out and play very hard and enjoy it and win. And luckily, we know we've been able to do that.
You have indeed. Congratulations. We'll see you in Pasadena, buddy. Thanks, Franco, very much.
Sam,
okay,
one final step before we close. Earl Campbell, 17 attempts today for only 15 yards. Houston only gained 25 yards on the ground. That shows you that this team is built on defense.
Unbelievable defensive effort by the Steelers. The Houston Oilers were game and a remarkable football team, and I think the emotion that I saw in the Houston dressing room is symbolic of the fact that these guys wanted it every bit as badly as anybody in this dressing room, and today Pittsburgh was a better team, D.
Yep, well, we're going for number 4, Pasadena now, we hope.
We'll see you all in Pasadena. Hope you enjoyed our extended post-game report from NBC's, and we'll see you during the course of the week with more reports on the 1979 Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champions, headed for Super Bowl.